Conscious Whispers. So we've moved on now from shedding beliefs, from going through the timeline and healing different ages, different versions of ourselves, different models of ourselves. Yesterday, I went through the inner jukebox about looking into where your own conscious whispers sit. And today we're going to be taking the roof off of our beliefs. A door leading to the heart rests wide open with a friendly welcome mat. When we step inside of ourselves, into our heart, we become limitless. When we stay outside of ourselves, we remain limited. There's a hidden potential inside each of us. The invitation is to visit the heart and unleash all we are and can be. Ready? This is one of my favorite depictions of just taking the roof off of your beliefs. And I seem to have a thing for purple. And I think I'm going to go straight for the DNA here. So the question is, how tall is your ceiling? What are your limits? What are the limits that your own mind has placed on your life trajectory? What have you decided about your life? What have you pre-decided about your life? And the next question I'll ask is, these things that you've decided, are they your beliefs? Or have you adopted them? Have you adopted them from somewhere else? Because if you've adopted them, maybe if it's not actually serving you, maybe it's actually time to let it go. Just maybe. Look at the beliefs around you. Look at the people who had the beliefs that you've decided to hold on to or that you're nurturing. How did it serve them? And is it in any way, shape or form really going to serve you from your heart? At the end of the day, my belief is I don't want to keep coming back and doing this life on this planet again and again and again. And the question I'm answering is, how do I set myself free? And the answer I'm coming to every day is keep feeding the heart. Keep feeding the vibration inside my own heart. And let's see where that will take us. I don't know the answer. I don't know. What I do know is what I'm no longer going to put up with, what I'm no longer going to believe in, how I'm no longer going to limit my life around the expectation or the fears of others. And as someone who's been on this healing journey for over 10 years now with intention, like I've spent everything to get as far as I have in letting go of people pleasing, of letting go of doing things that don't serve my own heart and the wisdom inside it. And it's not easy. It really isn't. yet it feels so worth it. Yet it feels like I've never felt this free in my whole life. I've either touched on madness or I've touched on something more real than anything I've ever been told or come across in my whole life. It's one or the other. And in the meantime, I'm going to just colour. It's not for me to figure out right now. The only thing I need to do is be. Be, because when I'm truly being, I get to set myself free. I had no idea I was going to do some colouring today because I did some yesterday. And it just wasn't my intention to come and do more colouring. Yet here I am. Here I am, not judging, just being. Being, playing, and setting my heart free. On this page, what we've got is a house. Because when people talk about taking the roof off of your beliefs, first thing I'd see is a house. And I would see a roof. And when I started sketching this, I ended up drawing a welcome mat at the front door, and I realised the front door was the heart. The heart is the entry point. Why the heart? As someone who provides healing space for others, I realised, and I've come to realise even in my own journey, the heart is the doorway to everything, to us, to our realness. I don't think that's a word, but right now I'm going to use it. Our realness. And that's why the door is to the heart. The door isn't to the brain. The brain is like how I see science. You know, that's brain. It's logical, it's something tangible, something you can feel, even though sometimes even science gets manipulated. Anyway, I won't go into that. Let's save controversy for others. Whereas spirituality, that's something that's experienced, and everyone's version of spirituality is unique to them. And that's how it should be. You know, it can't be something that's written in a textbook and it comes out the same for everyone. I mean, how boring would that be? I think people would then go on drugs just to have a different version of their experience. We're not here to be the same. And that's why the roof is coming off of this house. You're not here to be or to have anyone else's experience. You're here to have yours. Uniquely yours. There was a part of me before I came to film this. I mean, I was just chilling really. I thought, oh, I'm gonna have a day off today. And this urge just took over of, I feel like colouring. So I came up here, and then one of the things I said to myself was, but you haven't put any makeup on today, Reena. And I answered my head back and I said, yeah, we're not going to do makeup today because you don't need it. And the reason I say that is because, you know, why should I hold a belief about the difference makeup will make to my videos and the quality of what I would say? That's just stupid. So stupid. And I'm not a believer of those sort of things. I like it when people just do them, but in a loving way, sweetness, kindness. How kind are you being to you? Forgot to colour these in. How kind are you being to you on a daily basis? What are your beliefs about yourself? How much have you limited yourself, your self-worth, to fit in to circles that don't even really care about you? Deep down, you know that the only person who can really care about you is you. But are you doing the work? Are you brave enough to just take the ceiling off for now? Just take the ceiling off to see who you really are, what you really can be. Can you set yourself free? Can you set your mind free? Can you set your mind free to have a different belief about you? Can you allow yourself to wish better for you? Can you allow yourself to want more for you? Can you allow yourself to dream? And if you don't know, I'm using Prismacolors. I like advertising them. They're great colours. I really like them. The books that I'm colouring, they are on my website. The link is in this video, www.oceanelementary.com. My name is Dr. Reena Sohal. I'm a dentist who went on a spiritual healing path because of my mom's breast cancer. And mom is doing good. Everyone always asks me, how's mom? They act really scared. And I'm like, mom's doing great. You know, physically, she's strong. She's looking after herself. She's doing more for herself than she probably ever did before. And it was this journey, you know, being from a science background. I used to take mom to her appointments and I'd ask consultants, why, you know, why does mom have this cancer? Thinking they might give me something tangible, something that I can go home with and say, oh, okay, that's why mom had the cancer. And the answer I used to get was, oh, we don't know. To which I would say, so how do you know how to treat the cancer if you don't know the cause? This is just the way we do it. Right, I said. Right. And then I would ask, so what should mom change in her diet? You know, there must be some sort of food factor involved. Oh no, change nothing. You know, the chemotherapy will do everything. Huh, okay. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I remember I used to go home angry after seeing the consultants. And I remember they would write down in the file, daughter is a dentist. I'm like, yeah, you keep note because I will come back and keep asking questions. In the end, I stopped asking because I realised they didn't have the answers. And I used to do deep dives into the internet. And I used to come across people, their stories where they healed themselves. And I remember looking at my mom, she was so scared at this point hearing the word cancer. And I thought, I can't ask my mom to go on that journey. So we did the chemo journey, radiotherapy and everything. And in between, I also, introduced mom to some Ayurvedic elements. So I wasn't trained at this point, but I'd come across enough to understand that chemotherapy was heating for the body. And, the reason why people would sometimes end up overheating their bodies is maybe they're not understanding the food energy. So I had a look to see what foods would be cooling so that they could counteract some of this heat energy from the chemo. So I looked at what's called pitta reducing foods. That's PITTA, pitta reducing food list. And I remember printing out a piece of paper where I'd actually went on the internet, got loads of pictures of what these pitta reducing foods were, so that when I'd go shopping for food and I'd get all the organic produce, because I'd learnt about organic at that point. Before then, I didn't even know what this organic scheme was. It's not even a scheme. I mean, it's funny that we have to label what's natural as organic. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, pitta reducing food. So if you've got a loved one who's going through a journey which is health related, I highly recommend seeing someone trained in Ayurveda, gaining some advice, some tools to help both of you focus on something that's not so scary. Cancer is scary. It really is. It's not a nice thing for anyone, any family member, to have to go through with their loved one. So, taking the roof off of your beliefs. Where are you holding yourself back? For me, it would have been, I'm a dentist. I'm not meant to be doing these things. I'm going against the grain here. What are my fellow dentist friends going to say? But you get to a point in life where you're like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm starting to see that, I don't like this version of fluoride I got sold at university. Yeah, said it. I haven't used fluoridated toothpaste since 2014. So on a very, very rare occasion, if I've got no toothpaste at all, I might just have to use a small smidge of a toothpaste. But otherwise, nope, you won't see me buying that at the store. I quite like the nano hydroxy apatite toothpaste at the moment. Otherwise, before then, I was using Dr. Organic. And people talk about remineralization and blah, blah, blah. Well, to be honest, if your diet's being taken care of, you don't need to worry about this fluoride agenda. Can't believe I'm getting controversial on here. I was doing my best to not speak about these things, but I've got to also stick to my own truth, whether despite however it might get taken. I mean, where am I going to get cancelled from, really? Let's see. Yep. So I'm not for fluoride. If you look at it in terms of basic science, what you're looking to do is take an acidic environment, which is your mouth after eating, and create an alkaline environment so that the minerals in your teeth can keep your teeth protected, so it can carry on shielding your teeth. So bringing alkalinity into your diet is going to be the thing that saves your teeth and your digestive system. Don't forget, your mouth is the doorway. Your mouth is the doorway to the whole digestive tract. It starts with your tongue. The moment food touches your tongue, it's in your digestive system. And as it passes through into the stomach, into the duodenum, the ileum, the jejunum, which is all the small intestine, having juices released from the liver, gallbladder, the pancreas, everything coming in to help support that digestive function. Everything then begins to reach the colon. And the colon is where the waste is removed from the body. In your small intestine is where anything useful that the body deems useful becomes you. It gets reabsorbed. So feeding your body on a physical level with nutritious things will always support you. So just like we feed the body with nutritious elements, we also have to feed our mind with nutritious elements too. And this isn't about going into strict regimes where you can go extreme with a lot of things. I always say go slow when you're making changes. Go slow, but be meaningful and be on purpose. And don't judge others for where they are on their journey. That's the other thing that I've learnt to detach from, is let people do them. Wherever they are, whatever they're doing, let them do them. Their journey is theirs. Don't make it yours. You have enough to think about with just you. What are you feeding your mind? What nonsense? What growth factors? What are you giving for your mind to take in on a daily basis? I don't actually feed my mind much controversy. I have taken a step back and chosen to step into more meaningful ventures for myself and giving less power to these things. Because when you start overthinking it, what happens is it can start making you angry, it can start making you resentful, it can start making you bitter. and you want to scream from the top of the lungs. You guys are doing it all wrong. You've been manipulated. You've been, you've been marketed to in a way that's not heart-based, in a way that, unless it's heart-based, don't fall for it. None of the marketing, don't fall for it. It's all just, continuous brain washing that's going on. And this is something that I started to learn when I was studying hypnosis, is the amount of nonsense we get fed. It's why I stay clear of watching TV. I'll watch Netflix, I'll watch Amazon, and I just avoid adverts. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know the dramas are feeding my mind too, but I don't watch them like other people. I'm actually watching to understand human behavior. I actually watch to see communication styles, to see what is the director showing about this character and their communication with their partner. And, is this something that I can use to help any of my clients that are on their journeys? So these are things that I start to look at. This blue. Taking the roof off of your beliefs. This is about waking up. This is about, take ownership, take responsibility for what you're being fed, what you're allowing yourself to be fed. Be it food, be it words. And who's feeding you? Who's feeding you all of this? Because I tell you something, the person you spend the most time with is you. So when clients come and they tell me about their partners and how awful they are, I ask clients to look at who they're being to themselves. And to reflect on what needs changing in all of that. When you become really aware of the way you put yourself down, the way you bully yourself, the way you think it's okay to speak to yourself, when you really become aware, it will startle you at first and everything starts making sense. That's why I do the things I do. That's why I say the things I say. Oh, now I get it. Oh my God, I can't believe that I would actually choose to talk to myself that way. This is part of the reason why today I chose not to put on even a small glimpse of makeup. I thought, I know I love myself. What other people say or think, that's just a reflection of them. I'm not here. I'm really not here making these videos to impress anyone, to gain anything from anyone. This is about me being on my own healing journey, being real, doing the difficult things, stepping out of my own comfort zone, taking the roof off of my own beliefs about what's possible for me on my journey. And the only real connection I'm looking for is to connect with God, to connect with universe, to connect to God, to universe through my heart. Because that is when I'll know, that is when I'll feel that this is what my journey was all for. And it takes a while to have that sort of mindset where, you know, you're coming away from, you know, who's liking my post, who's supporting me, and it's, you know what, today I'm so proud of myself because I know I touched out of my comfort zone, and it doesn't matter who sees this, whoever God needs to see this will see this. And that's where my own growth, my mindset is on this journey. The fact that I feel like my heart's been called to share all of this, to record all of this, because I could have easily just coloured these pictures and never spoken in a single video. Easy. That's easy for me. But coming up and not editing the videos that I put up on my YouTube, not censoring them unless I end up saying something really bad, which I don't think I will. I don't even know if I'd censor it. But just coming in and speaking my truth from my life experience. Just because it's my truth doesn't mean it's the truth. I might be wrong, and I'm okay with that. Yoga teaches you to have a flexible mind, not just flexibility within your body. That's yoga. Yoga is being able to see the truth in others, in their experiences, but knowing that what you experience through your sense organs, through your sense of smell, through your sense of taste, through your sense of sight, through your sense of touch, through your sense of healing, that's your truth. And no one can take that away from you. No one. Always sit in your true experience. So truth experience is what you've experienced through your senses. That's your truth. Is it the truth, the eternal truth? Probably not, because majority of the times we won't have the whole picture. Can you be okay with that? Can you okay with knowing that your truth may be distorted? I can. Maybe, you know, I've got it all wrong. Who cares? I'm on a journey, and it's getting me out of my comfort zone. It's getting me to do things that are scary. It's getting me to take the roof off of my own beliefs about who I am, what I should be doing, how I should be serving people. It's moving me in a different direction. So, and it's a heart-based direction. So I'm okay with that, with the knowledge of where I'm at right now. Are you? Are you growing? Are you taking yourself into the truth of your heart wisdom? Or are you continuously looking for validation from those that are outside of you? Because I'll tell you something, everyone's looking for that validation. Don't believe any of it. A lot of these people validating don't know how to validate themselves. Look to validate yourself from your heart, from your life experience. If you want validation, go to little you. I have a picture which I put on my altar. I'll show you here. I put her with the gurus. And that's me at a little age, and she is my biggest coach. She is my biggest cheerleader. She guides me in this life. And when I'm unsure about something, I'll ask her. And it's making me emotional because this is something I ask all my clients to do, is to take a picture of little you and sit with her or him and talk to that picture. This person knows you inside out. They will know when you're lying. And when you sit and have conversations with them, you'll probably cry your eyes out, because what you get to say to younger you probably can't say to anyone else. If you can say it to other people, then you're doing a great job with your healing. But what you get to say to her, to him, to younger you, that is where real healing starts taking place. And this is who I'm doing a lot of my work for. It's that younger me who kept being asked to be someone other than who she was. And now I get to honor her, and we get to enjoy colouring. We get to enjoy going on a stage and speaking. We get to do retreats where we help other people in their life experience. And I know, looking into her eyes, I know she's so damn proud of me, so damn proud. And that light of hope gives me faith that I'm on track with this life. The lighter my heart gets, the more I get to grow. I loved this pink dress. Loved it. I'm sitting her back with the gurus, taking her place in their divine wisdom. Because we were brought up Sikh, brought up as warriors, brought up in a faith, brought up with a faith in God. And, you know, I'm really lucky. My dad never forced religion on us as kids. It was a choice. Do you want to go to the Gurdwara? No. Do you want to go here? And sometimes it was, there was something where we had to go. There was no choice. Where, it was limited choice. But majority of the times, we were given free rein. And I'm glad. I'm glad that I got to fall in love with Sikhism at an older age. Actually, at this age, I got to appreciate the words from the book. I got to go back and see actually what's in the book is everything that I've been learning over the last 10 years, and I had no idea. It was only when a cousin of mine who's taken Umrit, we were sitting and we were talking, and it was only when he said to me that, you know, you must have read the book. I said, I haven't at all, Baji. And he said, but the way you speak, it's like what's written in the books. So then when my mom would have the religious stuff playing on the TV, I would sit and I'd read the subtitles, and I was like, huh, I see what he means. And I really started to immerse myself in what was being said, and I could see exactly what he was saying to me. And recently I saw him and he said, you know, we'll pick a day and, you know, let's sit together and talk, because I love sitting and talking about God, spirituality, faith, and the fact that God is there holding us, supporting us, no matter where we are in our lives, no matter where we are. That's my belief. That's my faith. That's the way I'm going to live this life, is in the belief of being held and supported. And I've had my own little miracles because of this faith. And, you know, there's so many small ones, there's big ones that happen, that take place, all because I surrender everything to God and just say, I trust you. I trust you with my everything, with my heart, with everything, this body, it's all yours anyway. So let's go and grow me to where I need to be. I like that one DNA is coming through different. It's almost like the roof's come off of this house and the beliefs are going wild and free, and what else is happening is beliefs are changing. Wasn't my intention to do it that way, but now stepping back and seeing it, that's what I can see, and I like it. Wouldn't be a page without pink. So again, what are your beliefs about you? What blocks you? What stops you? What pushes you forward into having the most miraculous journey of your life? Are you taking holidays from this life, the life you're living, from your work? It's time to ask yourself why, or maybe not why. Yeah, ask yourself, especially younger you, like in the picture, ask yourself, is this what I grew up and wanted to do? Was this the life I used to dream of? I mean, would I have dreamt as a child to just be sitting and colouring? Yeah. And creating books? Yeah. I didn't think I'd be sitting here teaching, but here I am. Who am I to argue? In a world where, you know, people are fed up of all the pretending. That's what I keep finding. I'm finding people are just tired. Everyone around them is pretending and putting on these faces of courage. I call them clown masks. They're just pretending, shying away from pain, hiding their pain. You know, I've got it all under wraps. No, you've put everything under a rug, and that rug is a magic carpet, and when it lifts and everything under your rug is on show for you to see, not for others to see. Others have got, you know, their own life stuff going on. I promise you, people really don't care. People care about themselves, which is what we need to do. We need to care more about ourselves. But everything you're sticking under that rug, it's just going to come up and show you. And you have to face it. You have to go in and face it. And you can hire people like me to go in there with you, to show you it's not really not as scary as you think it is, or as you think it's going to be. But until you clear it, can you really move forward into your heart space? Can you really grow it? Conscious Whispers is all about going into that heart space and releasing everything you've been tucking away, hiding away. I've done it, and I'm still doing it. When things pop up for me, you know, be it in dreams, be it in real life, be it, you know, while I'm watching something, when something comes up for me, I will go in and go, right, I'm gonna give myself some moments here and go sit with it. Do I live this life perfectly? No. Are you crazy? No. I am not a saint. I am not a saint. I've made so many mistakes, mistakes, that it's created a wisdom in me through real life experience, not textbook, not this is me reading off of someone else's life journey. No, this is real. It's tangible for me. It's a memory bank of information that I can go into and out of as and when I choose. Green. Or actually, let's go for grey. And that blue. I think that would be cute. So choose for yourself your beliefs. When we take the roof off, that's only the first step. That really is only the first step. Because then there's another step that comes, and I need to check if it's in this book or the next one. Bear with me. So another page that's connected to this one is called Faith. So this is the roof coming off from the house. So it takes faith to trust in that process, and faith is always light as a feather. So we'll cross that page when we come to it. The next one I want to come to, I think it is in book 2. Oh, here we are. Because once you've taken the roof off of your beliefs, the next thing that you've got to do is you've got to come out of your own way. This page, here's you. You're one side of the wall. On the other side, we've got society, which hides. We've got culture, which is a cult. We've got tradition, the old ways. And when we break the wall down, which is you blocking you, all of these excuses break away too. And what's left in the center is your unique divine light. So we have to stop blaming others. Just like going back to the toothpaste scenario, the fluoride, I could sit in the problem of that and blame society, culture, tradition of using these things. But if I get out of my own way and just do, just be, then none of this even matters. It's not even in my circumference, my circle, it's not even in the air that I breathe when I think about these things. It just doesn't exist for me. So take the roof off of your beliefs and set yourself free. Take the roof off in faith, trust, so that you can then break down all the walls you've put around you. And I tell you something, when you take away all the walls, it gets exciting. I'm going to say scary as well. It does get scary because you're like, this is new ground. And I tell you, every day I wake up and I go, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. And every day, every day, something shows up in light and in love to help me continue to where I need to go. I promise you, you don't need to answer any of the questions. But if you can sit in the faith that you're being held, supported, loved, guided, and that's why this roof has feathers on it, because I think about higher guidance from angelic realms, from God, whatever you want to call it. It's just this lightness of faith. Sitting in that, oh my God, it creates a life of miracles. You're not having to sit and think about, what do I need to manifest? What do I need to bring onto my vision board? How do I do this? None of that matters when you sit in faith. None of that matters. You really just step in and be. And people will say, oh, but Reena, that's easy for you to do. Who said it's easy? It's not easy. It's a practice. It's a daily practice. A daily practice. And I just wouldn't do it any other way now. Some days I have to retreat away from the world because sometimes when others aren't in their faith mode, it can become draining, it can become tiring. So then I look after me. I retreat and I go inwards. I go back to my center. I go back to the divine. and I just sit in stillness. And do I do things perfectly? No. Have you seen my colouring? I go out of the lines. People keep looking for perfection. Stop it. You're missing out on all of the magic. All this, it has to be this way, and you know, I need to do it this way. Who for? The only person, the only energy that should even matter is that of universe. Universe is watching me. Universe is watching what I'm saying to myself. Universe is watching what I'm thinking about myself. Universe is watching what I think of others. Universe is watching what I think of universe. It's not about shame or guilt. Feel your feelings. I mean, when I found out that my ex-husband had been having an affair, I remember going inwards and thanking universe, and within minutes I also, you know, used obscene words towards universe because that was my anger coming through, and there was realness and there was love in those moments. And I needed to say what I needed to say. I needed to be who I needed to be over these last 2 years to keep it real. I gave myself permission to feel anger, to feel hurt, to feel let down, to feel manipulated, to feel everything I would have felt. I gave myself just so much permission to be all of that and to feel all of that. And in that, I got to set myself free. I got to set my mind free. My heart became the bridge. I would never ask you to do something I'm not doing for myself. Things that I'm sharing, you know, they're propelling me to a future that when I come to hear about these videos, watch these videos in the future, it's gonna feel like, when and how did I come from here to here? And that's mindset. I've already set my intention that life is going to show up different. And I don't need to know the how. I don't need to know the why. I just have to be. Can you set your mind free in faith? Can you let go of old, non-serving beliefs about you? Can people stop calling themselves ugly? Can you just stop? Stop. And stop going around complimenting others when you feel so disgusted by yourself. Just stop. You're housing the light of God inside of you, and you would call that house ugly and disgusting. You know, you wouldn't dare say that about a temple. When we think ugly thoughts about something, you know what happens is we feed it more ugliness. We feed it that energy. And it gets to embody that energy. So stop it. Stop it. Look at yourself with love. Look at yourself with love. If you can just do that one task, the world would be a nicer place to live in. But everyone's too busy looking at other people with detest, with jealousy. I mean, can we just move away from jealousy and envy already? You really don't want the lives that other people have had. So if people are thriving and not just surviving, celebrate them, congratulate them. Stop looking to other people and seeing your failures. See other people and glow in their success. Ask them how they did it. Get inspired, because that's what you really are. But you don't want to sit in inspiration. It's too scary to feel inspired by someone. It's easier to go in and go, oh, I'm not good enough. Poor me. Look at all of my lacks. Stop it. You are so in the way of you. Can you get out of your own way so that the roof can come off of your mind, so that all your walls can come down, and so that your heart can be set free? I really wanted to swear then and use an extra word before I said free, and I stopped myself because I really don't want to edit. It's too much work. And I'm not earning enough to pay someone else to do it yet. Mindset. When I have the money, I will happily pay. It's good to pay others for their services because, you know, it's probably clearing some other karma, some karmic debt for you. We don't have to do everything ourselves. Make your mind run with you, for you. Stop using it against you. You're going to have good days. You're going to have really, really crappy days. Be okay being in either. I don't know a single person who's genuinely on their healing journey who doesn't come to a point where they have to stop and ask for help. And it's hard when, you know, you're a healer for other people. Sometimes it's hard being the one asking for help because, oh, you know, I'm the one who's meant to be helping others. Oh, get out of your own way if you're a healer. Get out of your own way. Ask for help. Get the help. Go to people you trust and work better. I'm really on fire today. Don't know if this was a good thing to do a video today, but I've coloured the page in now. I don't know whether, oh, you know what, we'll wait and see. We'll see how the video comes out. And maybe the 6-7 people that end up watching it, we'll see what they say. Well, you know, you're so funny, you should be a comedian. I know. I know. My stomach's gurgling away in these videos. I'm not going to edit that out either. Digestion is real, people. What did you eat, Reena? Oh, well, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. If you really want to know, you can ask me in the comments. And if I remember, I shall let you know. You know, I get excited when I get a view on my video which is over 10. I'm like, oh my God, like 10 people potentially visited this page. That's how simple life can be. Don't overcomplicate things for yourself. You know, God is going to put the people in front of you that need to see what you're delivering, what you're giving, what you're serving. Leave that to God. Just do your work. Step in, do it with your heart. You don't get to choose who your clients will be. We don't get to choose that. We get to just welcome them through our open heart. Ta-da! Oh, like that deserved a ta-da! For yellow door, sunshine. If you have questions, write them in the comments and we'll see what answers flow through. I'm looking at the inside of the windows. This can be the outside colour. Take the roof off of your mind. I have to keep repeating myself. I find this with clients anyway, that sometimes even in the session I have to keep saying it because it's so hard to hear something so simple. So hard. Where we're stuck, we're stuck. But once it moves and once all those cogs start ticking and moving, that's when your energy brightens, your heart lightens, your direction in life just moves. So take the roof, the thinking mind, take the thinking mind off, go through your heart, breathe in fresh oxygen, take it into the body of your lungs and breathe out expectation through your nose. Let expectation of what you think thing should be. It is silly. It is not worth it. It is better to just do what job you need to do. Release all the expectations, because I'm telling you something, your expectations are based on your life experience, and the life you're going to experience has not come into this plane of existence. So your expectation isn't valid or true. If you want to live a miraculous life, let go of all expectation and be. And every day will feel like a miracle. Every day is going to feel like you've just been blessed again and again and again. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own way. If you're not having visions which are balanced, which are healing, which are healthy, don't go there. Here for support. Drop in here into your heart. And if your heart has got all these walls because you've been hurt and you need to shelter it, you need to protect it, go seek help, whatever that means for you. Your healing will be different to everyone else's healing. The amount of validation people seek from outside is tiring. Stop. Just validate yourself. Like, I will go in and I will like my own reels on Instagram. I like to validate myself. It's healthy. It's for the little you that, you know, is probably seeking love, and she's like, where is it? Why is mummy and daddy so angry? What did I do? It was never you, boo. It was never you. They were going through their own life experiences, and when we get older, we get to see them with different eyes. I mean, you know, things that they were going through, you know, they protected us from so much in their own ways. They did the best they could. So stop believing, stop wanting it to be any different to what it was. For whatever reason, that whole soup of disaster, of beauty, was exactly what you needed for you on your journey. Can you go in faith and heal your heart? Can you grow in faith? When was the last time you actually checked in on what you're feeding your mind? When was the last time you checked in on your own mind? When was the last time you checked in on little you? How is she? He? How are they? Can you take a moment out for you? Can your perfectionist mind be okay letting go? Or does it need it to be a certain way? What would happen if you let your mind go free? Would you move into and step into a new version of you? Something I say to myself is, I'm moving in the direction of growth, in the direction of taking risks on myself, because that moment when I'm lying there on my deathbed, I want to be able to look at my life and say, I took a good shot at it. I did my best. I risked my heart. I loved hard. I loved fully. I want to be able to say to myself that I was able to tell that person that I love them. I want to be able to hug the people I love tight. I want this life to be a magical adventure and not just a tax-paying experience. Oh, what did you do back there on Earth? You know, I did my accounts, I paid my tax, you know, filed my invoices. I didn't collect money from that one client who took 2.5 hours of my time and I undercharged them. Right. How about you actually get up and live? How about you risk your heart and you let your mind go free? The only thing that we know for sure on this planet is that if you come and you breathe on this planet, there will be a time when you stop breathing. That is the only thing that is certain, that with life comes death. So live while you're here. Really live. Risk your heart in the play. Do the crazy. And let universe take care of the rest. Start being really true to yourself, where you sit in your feelings. Get really honest. I mean, how much time do we really have? None of us know. So go create your own magical life. And stop blocking it with your own expectations of how you think it should have gone, how you think it should go. You're just constantly in your own way. Get out of your way. Buy the new home. Set up your business. Do it. If it's heart-based, how can it be wrong? When it's ego-based, get a healing. Get help. When it's heart-based, it's just energy and beauty and movement, and then those palpitations you get, it's not anxiety and stress, it's I'm moving into something new and my body doesn't know what to do with this. That's a good feeling. That means you've really stepped in now. It just means your body means business. It means your life means business. Step in, and step out of your mind. Step into your heart, step out of your mind. When I would listen to people who've done phenomenal things in their lives, I really would pay attention. I wouldn't just look at them with envy eyes of, oh my God, they're so amazing. No, paid attention. Paid real attention. What are they saying? Does it match what they are doing? Does it match what they are being? And from there, I took decisions and steps in my own life to see what would that look like for me. On my journey, what does all of this mean? And when you take real steps, real life happens. I can't wait to listen back to this. This one's gonna be fun. Taking the roof off of your beliefs, which are stagnant, by the way. Oh, get it out already. Your mind wants to breathe and you're blocking it with expectations and commitments and CPD, and who cares? Seriously, go get a life. get your life back. Yes, earn money, serve people, help people. But don't just make this life about that one thing. Don't waste your time here thinking it has to be only this way. That will be the biggest lie you tell yourself, and it won't be worth it. And don't get me wrong, a lot of what I'm saying, you know, I'm taking it in for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm listening. Keep going. Yeah, this is lighting me up on the inside. Yes, to my next big steps and my next big adventure, and to open my heart. Where life will take you, no one knows. No one knows. Everyone is just playing. So play and be okay that you know nothing. Sometimes the best thing to tell yourself is, I don't know. I don't know. Where is your mind going to? Where is your mind growing to? Where is your mind seeking its next adventure? And are you ready? Even if you're not, can you step in? Can you scare the poop out of yourself and step in? I am, all the time. And I have people watching me, I have people judging me in their own minds. But at the end of the day, I would only seek for the judgment of the healthiest mind. And that healthy mind is the mind of God. So if God don't mind, why should I? God, there's not a place on this earth which isn't God. Get the roof off of your head. Reevaluate your beliefs. Write them down. Step in to a life that's worthy of you. Your heart, your soul, your internal music. Create. We're here as creators. We're here as creators. We're here to lead, to show the path of light to one another. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And today is the 3rd. I'm going to do a heart, because that's what we're asking you to do, is step into your heart. The 8th. And there we have it. Ciao for now.